Kathy Griffin here. Just kidding, it's me. Okay, so today I want to talk about Vampire Diaries Season 4, Episode 10, entitled After School Special. I had a lot of questions during this episode. I also had a lot of concerns. Okay, let's just start from the beginning and we'll address them as we go along. At the beginning of the episode, we see that at the whole Mystic Falls High School, whatever their high school is called, they're holding like a funeral / memorial service for Tyler's mom, Carol Lockwood, who was the mayor of the town, who Klaus killed last episode. During the middle of the whole assembly, Tyler gets up and walks out. Tyler, come on. And then after a while, Elena sees Rebecca. She's like, but no one else sees her. So Bonnie's like, Elena, are you crazy? What the hell are you doing? And then Elena's just like, I have to go. And then she leaves. She just walks down right in front and leaves. I'm sorry, but if that was me, I'd be like, oh, nothing. And I wouldn't leave in the middle of the assembly because that is freaking awkward. So she really does see Rebecca. We know this because after a while, Elena goes into the hall. Rebecca attacks her. But I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit here. In the hall, Elena sees our favorite character ever, April. Yay! From the last episode, we know that April kind of sort of learned about the supernatural creatures that are in Mystic Falls. So all of a sudden, Elena goes up to April and she's like, hey April, are you okay? Let me help you. And then April's like, I know what the fuck you are. And then Elena's like, hey, whoa. And then all of a sudden, Rebecca turns the corner and she's like, hey bitches. And we're all like, oh damn, Rebecca. And we obviously learned that April did pull her little dagger out of her heart last episode to wake her the fuck up. Come on, April, what are you doing? You know, before April, I used to kind of like you. I thought you were kind of funny and naive. Now I don't. I don't like you. I don't like you one bit. Rebecca decides to go crazy and hold eventually Elena, Caroline, and Stefan hostage. And after a little while, Tyler comes too, and she's just kind of playing with them all. Can I just say, Rebecca's view of this whole town and relationships is a little outdated. She's like, call Stefan up. Hey Stefan, I need you to come here. No, I'm drinking. I think alcohol is more important than you. I have Elena here and I think you need to come. Okay, I'll come and I guess stop drinking. But then all the audience is like, Rebecca, you damn fool. Stefan's not with Elena anymore. You think you're so smart, don't you? You think you're so smart. But you're not. Well, not yet anyways. I mean, she gets smart after a while, but she's not smart yet. Like I said, eventually it's Elena, Tyler, Caroline, and Stefan, and she gets information out of all of them, mostly Elena and Stefan, because that's where all the awkwardness is mostly. And so Rebecca's like, hey, Elena. And Elena's like, yes, Rebecca. Not in so many words. And Rebecca's like, hey, why don't you tell me about your relationship since I just learned that you guys broke up? And Elena's like, oh, you f***er. And we're all like, oh damn, shit's about to go down. And it was. So then we got into the whole drama of Elena, Stefan, and Damon. So finally Rebecca's like, you feel how you're all hurting? That's how I felt, being a sister to Klaus. Eventually, Rebecca teams up with Cole. So we learn that Cole's also back. If you don't know who Cole is, I know I've never talked about him. He is one of the original vampires, along with Klaus, Rebecca, Elijah, and Finn. Finn already died. Did I mention that I love Cole? I love Cole. I think he is the cutest thing since sliced bread. Cole. I don't know how Klaus does it. Klaus does it best. He has kidnapped Professor Shane. Oh no. Now, if I think that I'm in the boat that the rest of the world is with Professor Shane, we really don't know what his deal is yet. Like, we don't really understand if he's evil or good, because he's like really nice when he's around Bonnie. But he's like a huge dick, like, to other people, such as Haley, that werewolf chick. So Cole tries to interrogate Shane, tries to get information out of him about the cure. And Shane's like, I don't know anything. And they're like dunking him in the water, like, Shane, you better tell me, you little bitch. And Shane's like, But then he talks about Silas. He's gonna bring Silas back from the dead. And he's gonna resurrect everyone who has died in vain because of him. And Rebecca and Cole were like, no! So if you don't know or don't remember who Silas is, he is known so far as the first, like, technically immortal being. He's basically supposed to be like a famous warlock, and he's the one that's supposed to be holding the cure in his tomb that they're all supposed to be trying to get. And so they're all scared because they're like, uh-oh, he is bad news, he's powerful. So Cole's like, no. Instead, how about I stab you? And so they stabbed him. Ah! And we're all like, Shane's dead! Ah! But in a little bit, he wasn't dead. So Rebecca made Tyler turn into a werewolf, so he would chase everyone else and eat them and bite them so they die. And somehow it conveniently ended up that Elena and Stefan were running off together and Caroline was like running off by herself. So finally, Elena and Stefan barricaded themselves in like some sort of freaking chemistry room. And by that time, Tyler had already turned back into a human, so it didn't really matter. In there, they found Bonnie, who was trying to do a spell to help Shane, but she accidentally linked Shane and April. So while Shane was getting tortured, April was like also getting tortured and like dying because they stabbed Shane. And so we were like, oh damn, Bonnie. Damn, girl. Love ya, Bonnie. So then Bonnie and April leave and we're left with freaking Elena and Stefan and all their fun drama. By fun, I mean I want to rip my freaking eyes out. Hell yeah. Elena and Stefan are like, why did you hurt me? I didn't mean to hurt you when you did. And we're like, oh my god, shut the f up. She's not a one guy kind of girl. Sorry, Stefan. Your poofy hair is not holding her together anymore with ya. Meanwhile, we learn that Damon is staying at the Gilbert Lake house to train Jeremy to be a vampire hunter. So he's there, he's like, Jeremy, do this and this, and this and this, and Jeremy's like, you are being a bitch, and you're telling me to do all these things, and I feel like I shouldn't have to do them because it's just getting ridiculous. And then Damon's like, no, Jeremy, you have to do them. Guess who else was there? My favorite character, Matt. Matt was helping train Jeremy, and they kept getting pizza. But then the pizza girl came back, and she's like, guess what? All of a sudden, I'm a vampire now, and I'm gonna attack you, Matt. And Matt was like, hey, pizza lady, I don't like your attitude right now, and I want you to stop trying to kill me. And then Jeremy comes, and he's like, oh my gosh, Matt's almost dead because of this vampire chick. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, F you, Jeremy, you go save Matt. You save Matt right now. And we learned that Klaus turned this girl. So Klaus shows up at Jeremy's training, and he's like, how many vampires have you killed? And they're like, Jeremy's killed 0 vampires. And Klaus is like, what? Then Damon's like trying to defend Jeremy for once. He's like, hey, Jeremy needs to learn how to do this shit before he goes out into the world and starts killing things. And Klaus is like, I don't think so. We get a really nice Damon and Klaus scene. Those are my favorite. Klaus is like, we're gonna do things my way now, bitch. And so finally at the very end of the episode, we learn that Klaus has turned an entire bar full of people into vampires, and he wants Jeremy to kill them. And Jeremy is gonna have to kill them. Meanwhile, Damon and Elena turmoil is still going on. She calls him and she's like, Damon, I have to tell you something. Some are like, Elena, what are you doing? Except we all know what she's gonna do. She's like, Damon, I love you. Except she said it much more sincerely than that. And then he's like, now they can get married. So I hope you all feel a sense of completion after this episode, after the very long wait we had to endure to get to it. I know I do. A little bit. So I hope you're all excited for the next episode, Season 4, Episode 11, entitled Catch Me If You Can. Alright everyone, Kathy Griffin here, and I am signing out. So I will see you all next time. Okay, bye.